Good morning, class. You guys had some homework? Correct? The homework was exercise 1.8. Any issues with exercise 1.8? Yes, which sum was the issue? No sum was an issue. We're going to do all of 1.8. Okay. Did we start factorization already? Yes. So then you had to do 1.9 for homework as well. How did that exercise go? You had to do the whole exercise, no? .9. So we did the first column already. So you had to do the second column and 3 and 4. Any problems there? Yes, what is the problem? Yes, Michael? 4B. Page 14, huh? 15. Huh? 16. 15. Just put the reference there so whoever watches the video can know where is it coming from. So the question says factorize. For A you got 2a squared minus, into x minus y plus b into y minus x. If we're looking at A, I know the question wasn't for A. I'm going to do both. So I need to swap that around first. Not so negative is going to come up. So it's going to be 2a squared into x minus y minus b into x minus y. So what is common now? X minus y. What are we left with? 2a squared minus. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was this one here. You see p minus p plus minus p plus q is almost something similar to that there. Not so. However, I'm going to take out the negative as a common factor. Can you see that? And what am I left with? P minus q. So what do you notice now? Same. Common brackets. P minus q, and then I'm left with ab minus. Does it make sense, Michael? Any other problems? Did we start the next part of the work? Did we do these examples on page 16? We did all 3 examples. Yes. Then I gave you 1.10 for homework as well. What did I give you after 1.10? Every alternate sum. Any problems with number 1? Any problems with number 1? Number 2? 2E. Any other problems with number 2? So for homework, I want you guys to do exercise 1.10. Number 2, the sums that you haven't done. Only number 2. Number 1 wasn't a problem. Not so. So we're going to do after number 2. So I'm going to do now 2E. This was on page 16. So what needs to be done here? You need to group here. You look at the first 2 terms. What is common in the first 2 terms? Nothing. If I put a bracket around there, am I changing anything? No. So I'm going to put the bracket around there, so it's a minus b. What is common here? Negative x. What am I left with? A minus. Why minus? So a negative times a negative, is it? You guys understand? So what's now common? A minus b. What are we left with? 1 minus. Any problems there, people? Huh? None. So we didn't start grouping terms yet, no? That's your next heading, grouping terms. And the first one we just did now. So I'm not going to do it again. As I pointed out here. Grouping. That sum and that sum is exactly the same. Can you see? What I could have also done was I could have rearranged as well. There's another way of doing this. Let's see here. If I had put that one first and that one second, then it's going to be ax. Sorry. It will be a minus ax minus b plus bx. Remember, if I swap it around and I change the order here, the sign doesn't change. Only when you're taking it over the equal sign, the sign change, or factorizing the negative and the sign change. You guys understand? So, what is common here? A. Then I'm left with 1 minus x. What's common here? Negative b. Then I'm left with what? 1 minus x. What's now common? And then left with? You see that there, and this is the same. I could have put these two first and those two first. Same, sorry. And second. I would have also gotten something similar to that. But this year, the first one and the second one will get the full mark for it. You guys understand? That. So your heading is grouping terms. And we just did 2 examples now of grouping. There's example 2 on page. What page is this? Sorry? 17. You write that one down. Example 3. We'll do afterwards, okay? Not gonna do it one time. Okay, let's look at the first one. Example 2 on page 17. How are we going to group there? Are we going to group there, people? ACN minus AD. Are we going to group these two terms? Okay? What is common there? A. And here? B. So factorize that for me quickly. Okay. So what do we get? A into C minus D. What is common here? B. C minus. What is now common? C minus D. What are we left with? You all agree with that? I could have rearranged it as well, not so. If I wrote these two together, I got AC plus BC minus AD minus DB. What is common here? C. Then I'm left with A plus B. What's common here? Negative D. What am I left with? A plus B. Now what's common? A plus B. What are we left with? C minus D. Any confusion here? You could have done it either way. Both ways you're going to get a full mark. You all okay with that? Here's the next one. Example 3 on page 17. What do you think we're going to do first here? Sorry? Sorry? Times it in. Get rid of the brackets. Because if you look at a squared and 3b, there's nothing common here. There's nothing we can do there after. You understand? So yes, you're absolutely correct by multiplying that in first. So multiply, and then you group and factorize it. Right, so let's multiply out. What do we get? A squared plus 3a plus what is common here? And here? B. Are you all okay with this? So what is common? A, and I'm left with a plus 3. And I'm left with, take out B as a common factor, I'm left with. So what do you notice? A plus 3 is a common factor. Then I'm left with? Of course I could have rearranged and taken that out and those two out. Not so? You'll get something similar to that. Maybe it will be A plus B and second bracket will be A plus 3. Same. Okay. See any confusion here? Let's look at example 4. And the on page, the next page, 18. You guys finish? Who's still busy? Okay, I'll give you a minute. You guys finish? Yes? Okay. What's common here? X and then? Negative 2. So x is common, what am I left with? 2p minus 1. Take out negative 2 as a common factor, what am I left with here? So what is common? Did we left with? Who got that wrong? You got it right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to do a few sums out of exercise 1.11, page 18. We're going to do the first column. Okay, I'm going to pause the video, and then you guys can just complete this quickly. Okay, is that okay? Okay, so at this point we are finished. So, let's look at the first one. What is common here? B. Left A plus C. And there we have D. That's A plus C. So we are left with A plus C, B plus D. Any confusion there? Look at B. The C, sorry. Okay. So in C we got K as a common factor. So A minus B, and then minus M. A minus B. A minus B is a common factor, and I'm left with K minus. Look at E. What is common here? Y. Then I'm left with B minus C, and here negative 1. B minus C. So what is common now? B minus C. What are we left with? Y minus 1. You see we took the whole term out and left with the 1 there. Okay. Look at G. Nothing happening there, so it's just A minus B. Yeah? Negative C as a common factor. And I'm left with A minus. You will agree with that? And A minus B is a common factor. And then left with 1 minus C. Any confusion thus far? No confusion. Okay? Where do we stop? G. Let's do I now. So in I, we'll multiply that out first. Not so. So it's going to be 5a plus ab plus 5b plus b squared. So what is common in the first two terms? A. We left with 5 plus b. And here, b. 5 plus b. What is now common? I'm left with I. K. Again we're going to get rid of this bracket here. There's going to be a squared minus ac plus 5a minus 5c. So what's common here in the first two terms? A. I'm left with a minus c. What's common here? 5. A minus c. A minus c is your common factor. I'm left with a plus. Do you guys understand? Simple, fairly easy, no? Let's look at m. I'm going to multiply here, get rid of the bracket. Or I could have factorized the w there. Not so. So, in the first two terms, we got 3 x, y that is common. And I'm left with y plus 2 minus y, and what are we going to take out in the second bracket? In the bracket, sorry, a w. Then what are we left with? Y plus 2. So what is now common? Y plus 2, the common bracket there. Then I'm left with 3xy minus yw. So what do you notice now? There's a y as a common factor. Remember, we can't leave we need to factorize completely, so we can't leave the second bracket like this. Otherwise you're going to lose a mark. Where do we put this y that's coming out as a common factor? Right in front. So it's y plus 2. Remember, we don't write it in the middle here. And we've got 3x minus w. Alright. Any confusion here? No? The last one, O. We got x cubed as a common factor. What we left with? X plus 1. What is common there? I'm left with x plus. What is common now? X plus 1. I'm then left with x cubed plus. Okay, any confusion there? For homework, I want you guys to do 1.11 on page 18, the second column. Okay. This is example 2 on page 18. Example 2 on page 18. Okay, write that sum down. You got 2p squared, 2px squared minus 3qx squared plus x squared minus 6p plus 9q minus 3. Yes? Sorry? Alright, so how do you think we're going to group here? 3, 3. Not so. Why are we going to group it 3, 3? Remember, if it's 6 terms, no? You're either going to group it 2, 2, 2 or 3, 3. Okay. So yes, 3, 3 is correct. But why 3, 3? Because we have, what is a common factor? X squared in the first 3 terms. And what do we have common in the second 3 terms? 8 to 3. So do that quickly. Alright. So yeah, x squared, what we left with? 2p minus plus 1. We see negative 3 is also a common factor. What we left with? 2p minus plus 1. Now what is common? 2p minus 3q plus 1 and x x squared minus 3. Any confusion here? No? You could have rearranged like this as well. Huh? That one and that one. And this one here. That one there. And then x squared minus 3. Can you see that? You see people? You would land up with the same thing. Okay. Like I said, either way, you're going to get the full mark. Okay. So let's look at exercise 1.12 on page 18. 1.12 on page 18. You do for me every alternate sum. Okay. So you're going to do A, C, E, and G. You guys finished with the first one? Why are you taking so long? You bring your textbooks to school. But you're still waiting for it. Okay. You buy your textbook for next year, your maths textbook. Then buy it in September or October there on. Because what happens, everybody buys at the beginning of the year. Okay. So towards the end of the year, just let me know and I'll tell you which textbook you will use next year. Okay. Right, you're done with the first one? Yes, okay. So are we going to group this one? 3, 3. Why? So 2A is common. What do we take? What do we left? What are we left with once we take out 2A as a common factor? A plus D plus C. What we in the second lot of terms? What are we left with? Once we take out negative B as a common factor, A plus D plus C. So what's common now? A plus D plus C. What are we left with? 12 minus B. Okay, here's the next one. Done with the next one? Yes, okay. Are we going to group here? 2, 2, 2. Not so. So you're going to take out 2x as the common factor. We left with x plus y. You're going to take out xz as a common factor. We left with x plus z. So is that, would we be able to get a common bracket out there? No. So what must we do? We must rearrange. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to keep that one like that. However, I'm going to take xz and yz and those two. We've got xz plus yz. What's the common factor there? Sorry? Z. Then we left with x plus y. Can you see that it's coming up now? We left with x plus y. And for x squared, xz squared plus yz squared, what is common there? Z squared. What are we left with? X plus y. So what do we notice now? What do you notice now? The common bracket. And what's the common bracket here? X plus y. Take this out, what am I left with? 2x plus z plus z squared. Any confusion there? Is the next one? Are you guys finished? With both? Who's still busy with the second one? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, let's wrap this up quickly. So what's common here? Do I need to rearrange the sum? Yes. Those two together and those two. Not so. So what is common there? 3p squared. I'm left with 2p plus x minus 4x squared is a common factor. I'm then left with x plus 2p. So is x plus 2p the same as 2p plus x? Yes, I don't need to swap it around there. So as you can see, 2p plus x is common. I'm left with 3p squared minus 4x squared. Did any factorization happen on the second bracket? Difference of two squares. Why not? You've got the 3. 3 is not a perfect square. And the last one, G. I think that's the last one. Yeah? What is common here? A plus b all squared is common. Not so. If I take this out, what am I left with? 1 minus. If I take that out, I'm left with a minus b. Never do we have a bracket within a bracket as an answer. What we do? I get rid of this by multiplying in the bracket. Why do I have this bracket here? Because of that negative sign. So it's going to be a plus b squared into 1 minus a plus b. Right? You guys got it? So for homework, exercise 1.12, page 18, the sums that we haven't done. Okay. Good morning, class.